Well, welcome to our city council meeting. Hello, Gary. You look really good on TV.
Oh, we can't hear you.
You're muted.
Do I look 15 pounds thinner is all I want to know.
Absolutely.
At least.
Thank you.
Welcome, students. We make this so boring for you. It's the way you want to spend your evening, right? And welcome, Scott. And those that are on Zoom, we appreciate you if you're on there. I'm going to start and ask Jeffrey if you would do the Pledge of Allegiance. Tony, would you do our prayer?
Sure. Everybody please stand. Repeat the Pledge of Allegiance with me.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Seated.
Our Father in heaven, as we convene our city council meeting this evening, we wish to express our gratitude unto thee for the many blessings that we have. We're thankful for the opportunity which we have to serve this community. We're grateful for this beautiful valley in which we live, and this community in which we live, and the peace and unity that we have in our community, in our city. We're grateful, Father, for the moisture that we are receiving. We'd ask that thou might continue to bless us with moisture so we'll have enough for our needs this summer. Father, we'd ask that thou might bless us tonight as we conduct the business of the city, that we might have thy spirit to be with us, to guide, direct us, that we might do those things in accordance to thy will, and that we might do those things which are beneficial to our community and the citizens that live within our community, that thou might guide and direct us. We're grateful, Father, for the freedoms and liberties that we enjoy, for those who have provided those freedoms for us in the past and continue to do so. And we'd ask that thou might bless and watch over them at all times. Again, Father, we're grateful unto thee for all which thou hast given us. And we humbly say these things in the name of thy Son, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen.
So little teaching to you students. Probably just what took place is like way important to keep. To fall on your shoulders here. And everybody's trying to take it away. So put that in your mental block and look what happens in the future and preserve it. It's important to pledge your allegiance to your country and to petition God for help. So that's all I'll preach to you, I promise. Okay, I'll entertain an approval of the meeting's agenda.
So moved, Mayor.
We have a second.
I'll second that motion.
Okay, we have them. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, Janet, the minutes are approved. If we go to the consent agenda, the minutes of the council meeting on February 10th, 2026, and the warrants of 2/6/26 to 2/20/26. Is there any comments on it or discussion or? I'll entertain a motion to approve that.
Mayor, I will make a motion that we approve of the minutes of city council meeting on February 10th, 2026, and the warrants dated from February 6th, 2026 to February 20th, 2026.
I'll second that, Mayor.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, is there any citizen comments? Okay.
Speak now or forever hold your peace.
Nobody wants to.
Okay. Well, this is moving pretty fast. Let's go to the active agenda and item A. Review and have action on a resolution authorizing an agreement with Iron River Construction LLC for the Morgan City 2026 irrigation meter project. Authorizing further negotiations and change orders necessary for the completion of the Morgan City 2026 irrigation meter project. Resolution 26-06. So Ty?
So this is our secondary meter project in North Morgan where we're installing meters. We've talked about it before because we had a grant. We put it out to bid and then this is the low bid. We've never worked with the company before, but didn't have any reason not to approve low bid.
Are they a local company?
I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly where they're based out of, but I think we got good pricing because they could get started right away because it's such a mild winter.
Yeah.
So they're ready to go as soon as we get a contract, a Word document put together. So the bid tab's in the packet, so you can see the comparables.
It's kind of a big difference.
Well, the last one was a mistake.
Okay.
So
That's a really big difference. I'm like,
Yeah.
what in the world?
yeah, so they had made a mistake on their unit price on their bid, and then when we have a discrepancy, then what we go off of is the unit price. We don't go off of the total price. So the unit price ended up adding all that to it. So it was kind of a oops, but anyway, that's our recommendation is to move forward with the project toward the Iron River.
Mayor, so Ty, this takes care of all the existing homes in that area?
Yeah.
And so as homes are built, they'll be required to,
As homes are built, we make the secondary connection with the meters already installed. So this kind of goes back and retrofits. It's not every home, it's every home that has a secondary connection. So it's all been plumbed for secondary connection, but it's unmetered.
right?
So this meters all of those connections, but we're not adding a secondary connection if the home is older and doesn't have the, yeah, we're not replumbing
Okay,
secondary. All we're required to do is meter the connections that we currently have on
Okay.
secondary or outdoor watering.
okay.
Can I ask a clarifying question too?
Mhm.
Am I right that the North Morgan secondary water is culinary water?
Yeah.
Okay, but it will still just be metered for lawn use?
Yep.
Okay. And that
Yeah.
might change someday.
Yeah, so the way that it works is right above Mahogany Ridge where the main water line comes in.
Yeah.
It's plumbed so that if we have a secondary reservoir,
Yeah.
then we bring it to that point and it'll automatically switch over to
Yeah.
a secondary system. It's all plumbed for it, so just one day if there's ever a
Reservoir.
reservoir.
Be hard to pull water out of that hill.
Yeah, you'd have to pump to it, yeah.
Any more discussion? Not, are we ready to make a motion?
Mayor, I will make a motion that we adopt resolution 26-06, a resolution authorizing an agreement with Iron River Construction LLC for the Morgan City 2026 irrigation meter project, authorizing further negotiations and change orders necessary for the completion of the Morgan City 2026 irrigation meter project.
I'll second the motion.
Okay. We have a motion to approve, resolution 26-06 and a second. All in, well, let's see, this is a vote. So Lauren,
Yes.
Tony,
Aye.
Jeffrey?
Aye.
Okay, Janet, that's unanimous. Item B, capital improvement priorities. Once again, Ty, you're on the seat.
Okay, so this is part of our budget process. This is kind of a starting point for having the council know what's on our plans and kind of cost estimates and what we plan for grants. It's kind of just prioritized in time frame plus other priorities, but like with most things, it's if a window of opportunity opens, how we decide which projects to fund. You can obviously tell that there's way more project costs than we actually have budget for, but we're working towards those, and we've got quite a few things accomplished over the years. Things have come off our list, and the only change I have is the fourth one from the bottom where it says road rebuilds. We've already rebuilt Deer Run, and Red Rock is this spring. And so those two would come off so fourth from the bottom on the first page.
Oh, okay, right here.
Yeah, so the project is actually just ongoing road rebuilds. We always just leave that on there. And then we cycle through. So our next big one would be Commercial Street. And then similarly on the one above that where it says 700 East and Island Road, curb gutter and sidewalk, that's intended to just be an ongoing sidewalk project. We have sidewalks everywhere that need improved, but those are just two examples of some that we might fund. So if a development happens or we have an opportunity to get some sidewalks installed or rebuilt, then that line item is supposed to cover that.
So
That in our list. Then just one more comment is we approve this by council. This goes into our budget process, our capital improvements fund, or you can see there's a mix of different funds. Some of them come out of the general fund, which is 10. 45 fund is capital improvements. 51 is water, 52 is sewer, 53 is power. 74 is municipal building authority. I think that covers most of the funds of where things are paid from. And then once we approve this list, then the county also goes through a process where they do their own list, and then we combine them and merge them and take it to the COG for the COG's approval. And that list gets sent up to the CIB board or the Community Impact Board. And we have to do that once a year in case we ever get a low interest loan from the Community Impact Board. The only way we're eligible is if we've given them an adopted list of projects.
It has to be on the list.
To be on the list to qualify. We've never used the Community Impact Board loan to this point. But you just never know. So we go through that process once a year.
And then to have it on, it helps at COG to get some of the state funding, county funding to apply.
Yeah, we say it's a priority.
Wasatch Front Regional Council wants to see the list, and so if something comes along, we're at least ready to apply for funding.
Yeah.
So one question, Ty, on the fish pond and the trail and on the State Street Bridge flood control, are those grants already in place that's on the?
So on the fish pond, we have a grant from UDAF for 500,000. We're currently applying for the outdoor recreation grant, which is UORG for the 800,000. That grant closes March 15th. So at our next meeting, we'll be doing like a letter of support from the council for that grant. And right now, the 2.7 million for the flood control, that application just opened today and it closes March 20th. And so I've asked the county and the school district and the state for letters of support. And I'll be filling out that application. That's through Representative Moore's. And it's one of the eligible projects. And so it's our third attempt applying for that project through different sources. And then what was the other one you asked me about?
I think that's those two.
Those two. And we do have a grant for the train viewing park as well. But we'll be applying for an additional grant on that one from the Rural Communities Opportunities Grant.
What's UDAF?
That's the Wasatch Peaks settlement.
Oh,
So when Wasatch Peaks settled with the
yeah.
plaintiffs, then they gave them $4 million to put out into the community. And so we applied for that. We got,
We got that. Okay. Okay, great.
Mayor, I have just a couple of questions.
Okay.
So Ty, is these grants, if we happen to, you know, obtain these grants that we're applying for, then I would assume that these projects that we get these grants for, we'd want to go ahead and they'd be a high priority, right?
Yep.
Get going on them before we.
Yep.
Because we wouldn't want to lose that money that we received in a grant. Would that be correct? I'm
Yep.
guessing. Okay.
yeah, and the grants I have so far, they know it's a couple years. Because I told them in the application that I would be seeking additional grant money, and so we needed extra time to get the rest of the grant money put together. But that's a big trigger of when we decide to do a project, is if we get additional funding. That really makes our money go a long ways.
Right. So the water tank storage up in North Morgan, that's a BOR grant, is that correct?
That's what we applied for
Okay,
last time, but we were not successful.
right.
That one is more likely to be kind of contingent on development. So if somebody develops higher up on the hill, they would be required to put in a new tank, and then we would only pay to add additional capacity to what they're required to put in for water pressure. They would need it for water pressure. But we have tried on that one, but we have enough capacity for our current residents. And so it's one of those things where, since we're not in crisis mode, we didn't qualify.
So one other question, I guess it's sort of related to this, Ty. So the MET tax, the municipal energy tax we just initiated, where does that revenue just go into general fund, or where does
Yep.
that?
So it goes to general fund, but if you remember last time when we did the budget, we put $500,000 in a transfer line item to go to capital improvements, which goes towards these projects.
So it'd go to the general fund and then we transfer it over to capital improvements, correct?
Yeah. Yeah, so all of these projects that we're talking about would be funded from the revenue from that tax.
If we ever calculated what that would amount to annually, that,
That tax?
the MET tax?
So budgeted for 300,000, but that hasn't been true so far. It took,
Haven't hit that.
well, it was supposed to start in October, didn't start till January. The tax commission
Oh, okay.
is, nobody knows how, like every city everywhere has adopted it. It's already established, but because we're new to the game, nobody that currently works there has ever set it up before for a new entity,
Okay.
because they've all been established and
So we really,
anyway, we're like already we're behind,
right.
and then it takes a quarter after the sales tax is collected before we actually see it. So we've seen a little bit of it, but it's not gonna be near what we budgeted.
So we wouldn't really know
And
until
yeah,
26, 27 fiscal year, probably.
yeah, how much that's gonna amount to.
Okay, all right. Curious.
But yeah, we did that, when we did that, we just did that in order to relieve pressure on property tax.
Right.
Last year, we didn't do a certified tax, or we adopted the certified tax rate. And that was supposed to help generate the revenue that we would have collected if we did a property tax increase, but we didn't. So we'll have to see if it's
Offsets the,
gonna offset the amount or not, but
Okay.
definitely 100% of it goes to projects. We have more
the.
project, yeah, than we can
The
fund.
MET goes directly to projects.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah, okay. All right. All right. That's good to know. Well, folks ask, so.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, it's good.
I have a question. And this is probably for me to get guidance, but the asphalt or the roads resurfacing in the sign project, does it not fall into this list? Doesn't need to be on here?
Yeah, the
The one that we talked about a couple weeks ago?
sign project.
Yeah, they're gonna resurface some of the roads.
Oh, resurfacing the roads is included
Or-
in the road rebuild.
So when they came in to give the bids,
Oh,
Roger Prescott
so-
came in.
yeah,
That's
so-
separate from.
Yeah, that's
military.
separate. So that's just a maintenance
Okay,
line item. So we,
got it,
these are more like construction.
got it.
So like West Young Street was a big construction project instead of
So-
just
Okay,
chip seals or crack seals
got
or,
it.
but one of them is on there, the Red Rock,
Yeah,
that is part of that project.
the project.
That we
that's
just
the
awarded.
maintenance.
Mhm.
Okay,
But it's more of a maintenance item. so
okay,
We didn't get any extra funding for that.
okay. And so you said that Deer Run's already done.
It's already done, yeah.
So then it's just a few more on,
Mhm.
just
Yep.
for my knowledge.
It's good.
Right.
So does this need to be tweaked any more, Ty, or is this,
Unless there's, like, is there something that you've been thinking of that's not on the list or something that you look at and you think, well, that's a waste of money or something we shouldn't be pursuing, or? That's kind of the feedback, you know what I mean?
oh, I did have one more question.
Okay.
SCADA, is that something that's just ongoing?
Continually ongoing.
We just continue to work on that?
Yep.
And that's funded through all of our enterprise funds, that looks like, right?
Yeah, everyone just pays for their own
Yeah, okay.
Their
portion of
facilities.
SCADA.
Yeah. Okay. Does this need a motion of some sort?
I guess we do need
No,
to
you
approve
just-
this, don't we?
It's not a resolution, it's just a vote. Just approve it, because you'll approve the list, but you'll technically approve everything in the budget. Because we'll incorporate some of these projects into our budget,
Into the budget?
yeah.
Well, that's coming up, isn't it? Pretty soon.
We're in the process.
Yeah.
We're,
Yeah.
yep, we just got our audit done and it's time to
Yeah.
I did the budget.
Oh, Mayor,
Tony.
I will make another motion. I will make a motion that we approve of the Morgan City capital improvement priorities for the years 2026 through 2036.
And I'll second that,
Okay.
that list.
I only have one little comment. 36 is a long ways out, I think. I'm 10 toes up.
Government time, that's,
Yeah,
Got lots
Yeah.
of years left.
the wheels move pretty slowly sometimes.
UDOT time or railroad
I don't
time.
know, they move pretty fast on that light.
Yeah, but buying property from them is a whole different story.
Pretty fast, has it?
Okay, so we have a motion, you seconded it, right, Jeffrey?
Yes.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, so we have some goals ahead of us. Move to item 7. Does the council have anything to report? I did see on our reader board that there's information about we're putting too much glass.
Yeah, yes. Thank you for that, whoever did that, so we'll see how that goes. Hopefully it'll have some impact, yeah.
And that will make a big difference if, wasn't we up around 20%?
Yeah, we was 20%, yeah, so of what was non-usable as our recyclables. Yeah, and he said a portion of that was some glass, so, yeah. Well, hopefully we can get down to about 10%, what we send out in our recycling cans is not usable. That's pretty much about as good as it gets, but 90% could either be, recycled or put into
Yeah.
some type of engineered fuel. That would be the goal, so.
Okay, good.
I have a list of questions or
Okay.
comments again. I'm just trying to
No, that's
expand
great.
my
You just
knowledge
keep
base.
going.
What's going on?
Great.
So,
You'll know more than I know in 2 weeks.
no. Last time we talked about the sheriff patrol and I did talk to Ty about that a little bit more, just in that Island Road area, and I did see them down there a little more. So that was good, but Ty did report back that the sign that we use is broken. So is the county gonna look into getting it fixed, or what do we do there?
Yeah, he was gonna look and see if they had a second sign. So it's a sign that tells you how fast you're going.
The electronic,
Yeah, electronic. So they didn't have one when I asked for it. but-
I was wondering, what is the status of the Vallis Hotel?
oh,
Is that a
ooh,
touchy subject?
that's a great
Good
question. I've been hit up a lot lately on that.
Yeah, so
What's
it's under construction.
Permanent.
Yeah.
permanent?
So,
Is it privately owned?
yeah,
or-
it's privately
okay.
owned. They have to do some sort of work once a year. Their building permit's good for a year at a time. And they put up all of the scaffolding and the construction it was determined that it's safer to leave the scaffolding up at this point from things falling off of the face of the building. And so they're doing their own construction loans and financing, and like we keep hearing that there's gonna be progress and whatnot, but we basically determined we gotta leave the scaffolding in place until they do
Yeah.
something else with it, but we do check with them and they tell us what the plan is, and a lot of work has been done. It's just been done in the basement, where nobody can see. The whole basement has been renovated. So
We're
just,
starting at the bottom and moving up.
yeah, but just a really hard thing about what can you do with someone's private
Yeah.
property, so.
That's maybe a question that I'm asking. I don't know.
I have had a lot of comments on that in the last couple of weeks, and some have been rather,
Yeah, I have to.
not animosity, but rather directed that we need to do something,
an
force
eyesore.
that developer to do something with that project, so. and I guess on a personal note is you drive behind Commercial Street on our new road and which looks great, except for the backyard of that particular piece of property.
We even hauled a whole bunch of dirt out of there.
Oh,
Yeah, so that one is a settlement on the fence. So we've offered them $1 per foot of fence, when they agree to figure out what kind of fence that we're gonna put back there, but the city's not gonna put the fence back up. So,
yeah, just a little bit of an eyesore there behind the Vallis right now,
yeah,
so.
So there's not much we can do.
not at this point. Mm-mm.
All right.
Too bad where it kind of blocks the sidewalk.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, even though it's,
Well, that's the
impeding-
thing is,
It's safer up than,
Is there any type of ordinance,
No.
I don't know, the ordinance we can, what do you call it, enforce? Probably not, huh?
yeah, it's tough. Cause the safety overrides
Yeah.
the blight.
City can't charge him rent on the scaffolding being on.
We don't have, yeah, we don't rent out our sidewalks, so, yeah.
Did, may I ask another question?
Yeah.
Did we grant some RDA money to that project?
Uh-huh. Yep, for the infrastructure, for the power, and the power connection was all made and installed.
So that's
That's done,
that
yeah.
money was well spent, essentially. Okay.
Yep, some of the infrastructure's been all upgraded in the back. It's just, so it's not that no work has been done. A lot of work has been done. It's just not visible.
He's not very visible.
I did tour that as from my professional standpoint, like maybe a year or so ago in the basement. They had dug it out and put in concrete
Concrete,
and,
yeah.
but it's like not safe to walk up the stairs and stuff in the middle.
Yeah,
I just wondered. Cause it'd be nice to have that, taken care of, I think, but.
yep.
I have another thing. The plaza, right? That's gonna be finished.
It's coming, yeah.
Do we have a name for it?
We don't, not yet.
Who's in charge of that?
Jake, our planner, he was gonna,
I'll name it.
There's been a lot of suggestions.
yeah, we've taken a list to planning commission. We took a list from planning commission to the city council, and then we were gonna just put it out to public for like a public vote narrowed it down. There's like a list of 5 names,
Yeah.
and then we're gonna name it.
So at the last city council meeting, we had talked about a potential like ribbon cutting or celebration to,
Mhm.
I just had a suggestion or a thought that with, what is it, Big Boy train that's coming through, maybe we do it in connection to that, or I don't know.
We could do it with the Front Street Festival
When's that?
in June.
Oh.
part of June.
So
work good.
there's a whole festival, and they're gonna use it'll be done, but we could do it like an official opening as part of that celebration.
The chamber helps out a lot with that.
The chamber doesn't help with that one.
Don't they help with that one?
Mm-mm.
Just-
Front Street Festival is the Historic Society
Oh, that's right.
and the Morgan Valley Preservation.
It's the hometown Christmas thing.
And yeah, with warm weather.
Mhm.
And that's in June.
Yep.
Okay.
So if we could do something in conjunction there, that's just an idea, unless you want to have one earlier in the spring or. Big Boy comes in April.
April 2nd and April 20th.
Something like that, but it's kind of removed from the
I guess the plaza.
tracks, yeah, the plaza, so,
And if
Probably-
it's like last time, it's pretty crowded,
yeah.
but it might help a lot with 50 parking stalls.
Yes,
That's pretty good.
yep.
So is it the railroad's intention to keep cars off of there now where they put that fence?
I'm not sure. They just wanted to finish the fence, so. But our project's gonna take the cars will all have to be removed.
Which is good because it's
Kind of
really
important.
not a good look driving into the city on Commercial Street to have
Right,
all those cars parked over there by the railroad track, so.
Yep.
I
we'll
would,
clean it up a lot.
I would welcome that.
Yeah.
I just want to thank whoever took the sign out of the river the other day. Somebody took one of our signs over there and threw it in the river. And went by a couple of days ago and somebody walked out there and fished it out of the river, so.
Yeah.
We had a good neighbor,
A good Samaritan.
take it out of the river.
Well, we fished out a picnic table.
Yeah. That and the Eagles are still in town.
Yeah.
Yeah, they peruse the river right there. I see them quite often.
Okay,
That's all I have for tonight.
Okay,
you good?
I'm good. Thank
Okay.
you.
Utah Wellbeing Project, Ty?
so just, we decided to participate in, it's called the Utah Wellbeing Project. It's by USU. They do a survey, and so we're gonna help advertise the survey, and then we get a report back from the work that they do. So, we'll probably put something in the bills and, print like some 11 by 17 flyers that you'll probably see around town. But if you see them or get asked about it, we support it. It's
So will that go out electronically as well for the people that only receive electronic bills like myself?
yeah, by email.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. We're still trying to figure out how to make that work. It's pretty tricky, but yeah, we'll help spread the word but you'll see that around town, and if you get asked about it, then the benefit to us is we'll get a report back on the status of our well-being.
People are happy.
Yep. We'll see how happy they claim to be.
Okay.
Then I have one other item if I could. So we have a 2010 sewer revenue bond. So we have a loan that started in 2010 and it goes till 2035, and the rate just went up on it. And the loan originally was for $750,000, and we still owe $420,000. So it's not getting spent down very fast. And the loan went up to 7.7%. And so I just asked for a payoff amount, and I think we just need to pay that off. So we have enough money in fund balance for sewer just to pay the 420,000 off. And if we do, we'll save 191,000 in interest between now and,
When did it mature? When did
so it's not till 2035.
it?
Yeah, it has 20 more months. So just letting you know that we'll probably need to do a budget amendment or it'll be part of the amended budget. You'll see that, but I got the payoff amount for the end of this month, and so we'll pay it this week.
What are we paying on that loan now, as far as like are we paying a monthly fee or
Twice a year.
okay,
It's 60,000 a year that we pay.
60,000 a year, so, okay. Yeah. Makes sense.
So anyway, just one of those kind of started before my time, and I'm not exactly sure what we borrowed the money for, but it just killing us on
The interest.
interest when we put a lot of effort into the sewer, and we have fund balance now instead of, we're not in crisis mode anymore with the sewer, so it's just probably good to pay it off.
Okay. It's always good to get out from under things, huh?
Mayor, may I back up on something, and I apologize?
Mhm.
We, the priorities list, sorry. I wanted to ask this, so on that priorities list, that, I gotta find it now, what I was looking at, sorry, I should have had it here. It had to, is that it's that 10 million, is that for the,
Oh, the power?
The power, is that for the generator? Is that what that is?
Yeah, 2 natural gas generators.
Natural gas.
Okay. All right, and
That's an expensive generator.
And still hoping to work something out with Geneva on that as well, or?
Yep. Yep, so the main thing is getting the property from UDOT. We can't do anything until we get the property. So it's been 2.5 years that we've been working on that.
Yeah. Okay,
Where's the property?
Right by Geneva Rock. So
Oh.
it was like the old off-ramp.
The old
Off
off-ramp.
ramp, hitching post.
Okay.
We got all the rocks stored in there right now.
Yeah.
okay. All right, I assumed that's what it was. I was just wanting to make sure. Okay,
Yeah, we have our gas line figured out. We have to do a rate study with Geneva so we can tell them how much their power is gonna cost, but they're still on board getting off diesel generators to join the project. And then we're gonna build it so we have extra capacity, and they call it a peaking plant. So when power demand is super high, we'll be able to run the generators and not pull power off the grid at a really high price.
right.
It'll levelize our price of power. So it's a good project and give us reliability, so.
Depending on the price of power on the, spot market, it could have a fairly
Oh, yeah,
fairly quick payback too, so.
yeah.
All right,
Okay,
thank you for allowing me that question.
yes. Gary, do you have any wisdom for us?
Oh, I see we're coming down to the last couple of weeks in the legislative session and we're just keeping our fingers crossed. That everything holds and that those bills that have been held will hold, and those few bills that we really like will go through. So holding our breath.
How's that bill with our representative on property tax going?
They're negotiating because some of the provisions are a little harsh as far as property tax. There are several bills on property taxes up there, and my guess is that they'll all be combined into a single bill. The ones that were dangerous, which is capping the property tax, those have been pared back. That no longer is an objective. There is a bill, I think it may be the bill you're talking about, Mayor, that simply requires earlier notification. But the problem with that is that they would require notification of what our budget would be in April. And our tentative budgets are not developed that early. And so that was Peterson that was working on that bill. But he's a past city council person. And so I think he'll probably he'll work well with the league in trying to resolve that issue. But that was way too early to come up with a tentative budget. As Ty's indicating, that would just be a couple of months from now that we'd have to have come up with that if we're going to do a tax increase. And you don't know until you put that budget together as to whether or not you'll need a tax increase. And so that was one of the big issues. But I think it'll be resolved. They're really after property tax this year, so. But that's pretty much it.
Probably most of them have too big of homes, huh?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, well, thank you.
Yeah.
Now, in the past, some of you guys have had to take a selfie to prove that you were here, or is that what you have to do?
Yeah.
Well, we'll allow you to get in your group and take a selfie.
Yeah, they can take a picture of you.
You got comfortable.
They must not have a new item. Self.
I don't know how to do
I saw.
You can get back here, I'll right behind you. You don't want a picture? No.
You can stand, you can
Yeah,
stand
right
in front of
there.
us, you're great.
No, we have to like write the.
You good?
Yeah.
Okay, 1, 2. Alrighty.
Hey, with that important thing done, this meeting's adjourned.
You guys picked a good night to come. Short agenda.
It's the longest meeting you guys have ever had.
We have to quit at midnight.
Too bad you weren't around for that one, huh?
Thanks, Gary.
Thank you. Thank you.
Have a good one.
Maybe you wanna get